If he was to lose the Grammy to
Look at Gunna the rat. Hold on, what you say? I said, look at Gunna. You see how y'all know how we do the big eyes all the time,
Brody,
right? You see how he did it? I said Gunna.
I said Gunna. And then the nigga said, I want you to say what you said again so I can slap the shit out of you, whatever. And then he said, look, so I can
sue the hell out of y'all.
They said, look, so you can do what he said.
So you can be a rat. Crazy.
Yo, it's the MalloryBrosPodcast, episode 161. Or is this 162? This is 162. Happy Friday. Happy Leo season, I believe it is.
Leo season, 100%.
Is upon us. Happy birthday, whoever's birthday out there. Happy August. Summertime still. Shit.
Yep, beginning of the month, so everybody had to pay their rent. So that's why we kind of come in with the low vibes.
Yeah.
Low vibration.
Nah, yeah. When you sitting there and you paying, like, bills, that is the worst feeling.
Nah, it is. You watching your money leave your account.
Just sitting there like...
I get the auto pay, like my Verizon is auto pay. So they'll hit me with the thanks for your payment. That's worse.
That's worse.
Oh, y'all took it. Okay. Or when you go and look and say, oh, I see they took that.
Yeah.
That's the worst feeling ever. When you don't get to hit pay. Okay, I decided to pay now. When they just took it.
No, that is so funny because that is exactly how you feel. You feel like, damn. I don't have much on auto pay. I got my health insurance because I don't have a choice. Car insurance, we got a deal. I don't have my cable on there yet, but I feel like I need to because I go in there and just pay it anyway.
Yeah, 100%. But Terrell just came from the Drizzy concert this weekend.
Drizzy concert was this weekend, this past Friday. I don't know if y'all seen the stats, but he had his biggest turnout, whatever, something numbers, whatever.
Most money he ever made in a single arena. $5 million.
It felt crazy in there. Now, it actually wasn't my night. I went on Saturday night. Everybody that went on Friday, it was them. Okay. That first DC show was his number one show.
Was it all a blur?
That shit was...
That shit was crazy. It's all a blur.
Let me tell you about my Drake concert experience. We did it a little too crazy, if you ask me. Last time we went to a concert, right? It was last year. My girl got me tickets to the Chris Brown concert. Remember we saw Chris Brown and Baby?
Yeah.
We went to that concert and we was at a hotel. We stayed at a hotel, so like we went to the hotel, woke up, had a day.
Yeah.
And then we went to the concert. I don't remember if we got there late or what. All I know is we went to the concert. No, my bad, I'm lying. We went to the concert. We went to the hotel after. We left from here. Remember we left from here to the concert?
Yeah. That was the first concert at Breezy joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to that joint. We went to that concert completely sober. Didn't drink. Didn't even think about it. And when we left, we was like, damn, you know what? We should have got some... Like, the next concert we go to, we're going to get us a little, we can't be sober in here. Because you just be hearing the little shit and you just need to be, you can't vibe for real because everybody else around you is high or drunk. Anyway, this time, going to this one, we stopped at the liquor store, stopped at the ABC, got us some cut water, and we had a couple shots.
ABC.
Dog, we was way too tore up in that concert. There are certain aspects of the concert that I literally do not remember. We went to the bathroom 3 times. I don't even remember going to the bathroom for real once. I just remember us leaving like at a time. Anyway, that shit was dope. It was dope as fuck. It's honestly but you know what? I'm mad that I drank so much because now it kind of feels like I dreamt that I went to the concert.
It's all a blur. That's crazy. What was the best song that he performed? Come on, give us something with the concert. How did he open?
He opened with look what you done. With the young Drake sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, nah, in your bedroom and I'm in love with Nevi.
And I thought that the whole tour was going to be all that vibe. When Terrell sent me God's Plan, I'm like, he performed God's Plan?
Let me tell you something about this tour, bro. It wasn't that good. I haven't even tweeted about it or nothing. I said I was going to wait for the podcast. It was not that good for the caliber that Drake is. Drake went up there and did something that a nigga like Neo could do. You just playing songs.
Which would be fire.
Now, this is my thing. He had dope floaties. Like, he had like a sperm cell that would go through the audience, like a floaty.
Oh, wow.
On that down level. He had an alien ship come over him at one point. He was on the stage rapping to the alien. He had a big titty anime doll joint that was floating around. It was a bunch of shit like that, but...
What was he rapping to the alien?
I don't remember.
I don't know why that would just be playing. Like, what?
I got a video on my phone. I can tell you after this. It just felt beneath what he could deliver. Yeah. Like, he performed. They did not do Broke Boys. I don't get how you don't do Broke Boys. Yeah. They did like Spin Bout You and a couple joints from that joint, but it's a couple joints that I want him to do. Like, Drake is bigger than that. I think for everybody that's been to the concert, it just felt like a DJ could have done exactly what we got from Drake. Yeah. And when you got Beyonce doing what she's doing, right? With all of it's a fucking show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Weeknd put on a fucking show. Like the big ass moon in the crowd and the fucking people walking in sheets.
The big Virgil. He has the big...
Oh, yeah, he had the big Virgil, but after a while, the allure of that, it don't glow up. It's just dark as fuck in the room. Virgil looked like, it's just a big-ass Virgil in the dark.
That's funny, because people was like, who is that? Is that Drake? And I said, I think it's Virgil.
And he's holding the paper plane at the end of the show. The hand go forward and the plane comes out.
Oh, that's dope. So a show.
It's all right, man, but it's not, it ain't Ralph level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it ain't Ralph, though.
I do feel like the tour, when I heard that he was coming out to Look What You've Done, it's like, oh, bet. So that means after that, I'm going to hear, don't. Did he do that one?
He did.
Be too strong out on confidence, overdose on confidence.
He did it. But he did it.
Bet.
He did it.
Did he do Girls Love Beyonce? See, I got
did
certain Drake songs that I love.
Did he do Girls Love Beyonce? I don't think he did it for Our Night. But this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to see. Drake went up there and was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this one. But, like, he would play, he did Jaded.
Okay.
And then Jaded went into, like, Massive or something from Honestly Nevermind. I thought it was going to be, like, on some T-Swizzle shit. This is my Eras tour, which means I'm coming onto the stage as the Drake from...
100%. He started with Look What You Done.
Started with Look What You Done.
Thought he was doing it.
I thought we was going to go through that album. Not the whole fucking album, but, like, couple of the hits, then the next album, and make our way to Her Loss, which is why I thought 21 Savage was dead.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that. I wanted this nigga to come out. I wanted to just see us fucking... You know how the smoke machine rumble the snow and shit onto the... Kind of look like the clouds?
Sure, he had his own way of coming out. Like...
Nah, what I wanted... Like, I would love for him to have...
You keep saying that he didn't put on a show, but, like, he did. You just didn't, I guess, like it?
Nah, it was great. It was great, but it didn't feel like... You went to see Drake. Bad Bunny put a beach on the fucking Nationals field.
See, I thought you were going to talk more about music. You talking about you just don't like, I guess you didn't like the alien ship. You didn't like the fire and moon and shit.
It was cool, but it felt like amateur is all. It didn't feel like...
The biggest artist in the world.
One of the biggest artists in the world.
I feel you.
Did that. You know.
Like the Drake fans, that nigga don't know what he talking about. He was off of Cutwater. It's all a blur for that nigga.
And I feel like if I didn't drink, I really would have ripped that joint apart. Because number one, bro, he wasn't even doing the whole song. Man, niggas seeing me. He would get to the end of the verse and then it would switch. So sometimes your favorite part of the song, he ain't even do that part.
Oh, he ain't even get it.
It's like this nigga was giving us highlights of songs.
Damn, yeah, and I actually feel that. While Terrell was at the Drizzy concert, I was doing what most of y'all was doing, which was watching that Spence, Terrance Bud Crawford fight. And man, was that a fight night or what, y'all? What a fucking great fight that was. I watched it with my dad. It was dope. It was just me and him. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, this would be one of the biggest fights of the year. This would be a good fight. I did not expect it to be that good of a fight. Or I should say more so one-sided of a fight. That big of a... Mm-hmm. Bro, apparently, and there's a funny thing about it. It's like, I'm not thinking about the Spence fans, the people that have been fans of this man's whole fucking... I think he was 28-0 or 34-0 or 38-0. I think Terrance Crawford was 38-0. No, he was 39-0 because now he's 40-0. I think Errol Spence was like 34-0. And I'm like, damn, these fans have rolled with this man undefeated. It was people that thought that dude was not going to lose the way he did. He lost bad. You can say what you want. You can talk about how he looked. But just that night, it was dope. We had good food. Fight was good. The undercards were all right.
I seen the 9-minute highlight clip of the fight. That was ugly.
It was ugly, bro. And then when you watch it, you know, you watching thinking that it's this even bout, especially let's keep it 100, y'all. From the build-up of that fight all the way to when it happened, we truly got a payoff. Low-key, that's what we wanted from Mayweather and Pacquiao. Remember after Mayweather and Pacquiao fought, we were all kind of saying, man, it was kind of underwhelming because they ain't really let their hands go like we thought. We thought it was going to end like that. But for them to end like that, I thought that was dope. Terrell will tell you what I've been doing. Terrell, what I've been doing recently. All I've been watching is what?
He'll watch old boxing matches or he'll watch... Terrance he's like that.
Yep.
He'll go back and watch. He'll watch one thing of somebody, but then go back and look at everything they did, which I guess isn't weird.
I wouldn't say it's normal. Weird. Shout out to the people that are like me because once I saw that Bud Crawford one, I said, you know, there's a lot of fights I haven't seen bro fight. There's a lot of Errol Spence fights I haven't seen fight. So I just been watching a bunch of his fights. So yeah, step to me.
He
I've been
definitely
looking at it.
He goes back and watch. You know what they've been saying.
Ha ha ha! Just threw some punches.
But didn't really.
Didn't really? The listeners?
They saying your man Javante next to get bloodied like that. Man. And y'all really gonna be sick then. That's what I was hoping Ryan Garcia was gonna do.
If Ryan Garcia did my man Tank like that, I might have been hurt. Like how them Errol Spence fans was hurt. I'd have been hurt.
You'd have been hurt. And it'd been on cam.
Boop, boop, boop. Down goes Tank in the first. I saw it. Go back and look at them highlights of Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia looked all right. All I'm going to say is this, y'all. For my fight fans, the people who were able to tune into the fight, there's other fights that are on YouTube that's full length that you can go and watch that are just as, you know, you learn the backstory of some of these fighters that you don't know. I can admit, I didn't know so much about Terrance Crawford before the Errol Spence fight. I knew about his record. I knew about his reputation, but I'm like, I haven't sat down and studied him. But Terrell, no, even back in college when I remember, I think I just watched Ali, Will Smith. Then I just watched every single Muhammad Ali fight that I could find.
Terrance it's not limited to that. This is what he does. When Nipsey Hussle passed away,
I've seen every single thing that you can find of Nipsey.
Terrance, yeah, right. There's that. But you would think, oh, but yeah, he went on Nipsey's interviews. I come in one day, he's watching this nigga, you see this dude? He's a Crip. He went to jail for such and such. He actually killed 1,000 niggas in the interview. When Nipsey passed away, I started watching big random shit. I definitely got very deep in the game over that. I started reading shit. I bought books. Very transitional point in my life, though. Because I wasn't trying to read about something I wanted to be. Some of y'all niggas said, I bet I'm about to get into... Nah, I just do research. I'm not about to be a boxer. Be research. Shout out to people that I saw from the... I did see some people at the concert. One guy, I seen my man, I forget, he was a DJ at what's his name's birthday party. Hey, go DJ! I seen him, he was like, bro, review fire. He was passing outside, but I seen another dude that was like, yo, it was crazy. I knew I was gonna see you here. I knew it. And there was a couple people that hit me that I didn't get to see. But it was dope. Shout out to the boy for going and seeing the boy. Speaking of the boy, how's your man? How's my guy? Hold on, let me tell you something about 21 Savage. 21 Savage live is not worth it. 21 Savage on a track low-key ain't worth it. I got feelings for you. Pray you ain't loving the crew. Fuck out of here. Y'all know how I feel about that. I'm going to tell y'all, that was the part that was like, all right, we could have did without 21. I would have rather had J. Cole. The niggas that, what was it, Connecticut or Montreal, they got J. Cole. Bullshit. I'll tell y'all this. Her loss would have been 5 times better with a different artist on it. I'm sorry. Replace 21 Savage with Future. Replace 21 Savage with his cousin Nudie. Replace Terrance, 21 Savage with... You could swap 21 Savage out of Her Loss a bunch of times, and I think you would still get the same caliber project, if not better. 21 Savage had one of the best verses on that Utopia, if you ask me. That first verse he did was fire. What was the first verse he did? The one where that's the one from Twin Bitches. Twin bitches jumping off a jet ski. Yeah. Fire. His verse on that was actually
I
dope.
told Terrell, 21 Savage seems like that dude that he works when he is at home. 21 Savage is a home field advantage type of dude. He need that dark, cloudy, ominous, killer music, you know? Him on Spin Bout You, when you really think about it, even though a lot of people's favorite part of Spin Bout You is 21 Savage.
Exactly.
You know?
So what are you talking about?
I'm just saying he's very hit or miss. I'm not saying he always misses, but you see,
when them nights
you heard it live.
Nah, yeah. Because it was, I mean, he did some of his joints, you know. He
Yeah.
did, I'm on that Slaughter Gang shit.
Yeah, okay,
Slaughter Gang, that shit was fire. But some of the times when it was him and Drake, it was like, and the nigga waited until after our show to do Teenage Fever at the end.
Drake
But
fans.
It was dope. Weekend was dope. You asked about your boy good. He trying to talk.
That's what I want to. That's what I really wish. I have not been able to see my nephew, y'all.
It's all good.
I can't just pull up on him.
He trying to talk. He not really confident in it though yet. And y'all, I mean, I know that probably feels like, damn, this motherfucker just had a baby. I'm not saying he's like saying words.
Yeah, he's just trying to make sounds.
He's starting to make sounds other than cry, which is it's honestly cool as shit. I'm not gonna lie. He had his first laugh over the weekend. I got it on video.
Now, see, those are the things that I love, man. I wish I can spend more time with him, but you know, you be on the move, and then I felt like I was under the weather, and I didn't know because my dad was sniffling during the fight night. So I said, well, I ain't gonna go over to see him, and then tomorrow I'm sniffling, and then I pass anything to the K, man.
Nah, yeah, you know, mom and them haven't been there because dad had fucked everybody.
Yeah.
He got sick, and now everybody's like, I'm gonna just wait to come because I don't know if I got anything.
And then your worst fear is you being the one that passed something to a kid whose immune system is new, but you don't know if they're gonna be able to just handle your shit, you know?
Yeah. One of my friends was like, yo, you gonna be sick all the time because the baby gonna always be sick. But they get over it faster than you. But you know what? They kid is in daycare. Kids that's in daycare get sick way more often because one of them kids in there is gonna get sick, and all of the kids are gonna get sick, and you gonna get sick as a result. Everything gravy. We 1 week out from the Travis Scott, Utopia. Came out last week. Shout out to everybody that got the Patreon. We got so many. The community is growing over there. It's so many people that came through for the Travis Scott. Watch everything else that's up there.
That's what I'm saying. If anybody has that just joined the Patreon, if you just want to see what some of the best stuff on there, you're gonna have to scroll down a little bit because we've done a lot since. But when Terrell did that damn documentary, people forget that that's on the Patreon. That is one of the best things that we've ever done. I feel like we should pin it low key, like to the top or some shit, because that is a masterpiece video.
That was dope.
If you'd have dropped that video
forgot
on
about
just
that,
YouTube, that video would be a masterpiece. It's on Patreon only for a reason, because it is a big fish, y'all. That's a big fish.
And you know, it's I was looking at some old visual pods on that joint. It's like episode like 48 or some shit.
That's when your boy was grinding.
1 week with the Travis Scott. Rumor to do 400K.
400K.
Favorite tracks.
Biggest album. Favorite tracks from the new Travis Scott. Shout out to everybody who listened to it. My favorite tracks are definitely Thank God. You know what's crazy? Hyena or
Hyena.
or however y'all are saying it. Shit grew on me like crazy.
For real.
Yes.
I need to go back and re-listen to it.
I don't know why. I just feel like, all right. Even Modern Jam. I'm like, it's on. I ain't skipping too much, but also I do feel like, well, let me get back to my favorite songs. Thank God, of course. I like God's Country. I like My Eyes, Sirens. I don't want to name the whole album, but Fiend, of course.
Okay.
Track number 9 would be Say. Come on. I Know. Me and Terrell were talking about the run from Meltdown to fucking Utopia Twins.
Nah, yeah, that's a good run.
That's a good run. And Parasail to I like Schizo with
You like Parasail?
Parasail is which one?
That's the joint with Dave Chappelle.
Oh, no, not that one.
That one is kind of like
Schizo is what I like.
But you know what? A lot of people like that joint. Parasail.
I don't think it's bad. It's slower.
And you know, people have My Eyes as like, what do you think about that song? A lot of people have that song as like their favorite song from the album, top 2 on the album. What do you think?
People, I mean, you got to think about how many people can listen to My Eyes versus how many people can listen to Thank God. The people that like Travis Scott in his original form, they going to gravitate to the My Eye, the I Know, the Schizo. But the people that might not even be a big Travis Scott fan, but just are a music fan, My Eyes is a different level of music for sure. It's just different level of music, in my opinion.
I thought it was all right. I mean, I re-listened to it today on the way here. And the beginning is cool. It's like the end of it is so great.
Yeah.
The transition is so great. It makes up for the beginning.
Yeah.
But if the song was just up to Sanford and went off, that would be one that I would be skipping.
That I get. I agree.
I don't want to hear you roly-poly on my wrist. I don't give a fuck about this. Let me get to the other part.
Did you hear about the dude? Did you hear the dude? I think I follow him. I think his name is something, whatever. But he was talking about how he feels like this album has way too many transitions to another song. Like this album could low-key, this 19 songs on Utopia, it could easily be a 27-song album.
Oh, yeah.
Because he has a lot of songs. Look, Schizo is 6 minutes, right? Modern Jam is 4 minutes, 15 seconds. My Eyes, 4:11. Meltdown is 4:06. Del Resto, 4:34. 5:54 Telekinesis. And then one of my favorite songs on the album is the last one.
Till Further Notice.
Till Further Notice. That's arguably one of the best on the album.
It is.
5
That's such a
minutes
sleeper.
and 15 seconds on.
It's such a sleeper. And you know what? I just want to say this. If you somebody that skips Del Resto, I've been seeing a lot of people that say, oh, that's the only skip on the album, or that's the one I'm skipping.
It's right after Fiend, I get it.
You entitled to your opinion, and you may not be, with the vibes, but I'm just going to also think you probably going to be a guidance skipper. You might be one that skips guidance because you don't really like that vibe. But that's one of the best songs on the album. I could be a little bit biased because Beyonce's on there. Musically, that's one of the best songs on the album. It just is. That joint is insane.
Yeah.
But my favorite track on the album is Fiend. I just got to keep it a buck. I think we can, I don't know if y'all ready to admit it, but Fiend might be the best track on the album.
Fiend might be the best track
in terms of replay value.
Yeah. Fiend, I feel like can sit up there with Fuck You Mean. Ghana. Like it could be replayed for the next whatever months.
Yeah.
I would be playing that.
Travis did his thing with the bundles and he ran it up. He gonna do 400K. Which we thought.
We're gonna get to a point where wherever you place when your album drops, I feel like it's not gonna matter. All of these bundles and all of this stuff that people now know, the bundles, everybody knowing what you're doing. Like you see the Air Force One he put out with Utopia on the back?
Is that going to
ass Air Force One with Utopia on the back? I don't know if that was a rumor or fake or whatever, y'all. But us seeing these bundles, it lets us know that the album isn't getting number one because of just the music. We know, like with Taylor Swift, you put your album out in a million different languages, or you did all of that shit. We know what you doing.
T Swizzle got the game on lock. Her squad.
And it's funny because, look, that's the thing. I don't even think that it's Travis Scott saying, yo, we putting all of this out. I think he has a team that's like, yo, we about to help you
They say
expose this album or spread the album. And honestly, I do definitely think it worked.
And the rules for Billboard changed. So now you can count. Remember, when Travis Scott put out his last album, they was doing bundle shit. Nicki Minaj threw a fit. They changed the rules.
Yeah.
Remember? Mm-hmm. He waited all that time. They changed the rules back. Now his album came out. He could do bundles again. Remember the Cactus Jack era?
Wow, I didn't know that they changed the rules and then changed them back.
Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't change them all the way back. But now it's a stipulation where if you're selling an album, but that album happens to come with a,
Yeah.
T Swizzle, man.
You know what I will say? I don't think Utopia is Travis Scott's best album. I've seen people say that Travis Scott, this is his best album. It's not.
What is it?
Put it like this. Can you really say Utopia is better than Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight?
You named his worst album. You named the album that
I don't give a fuck what you niggas think. Birds in the Trap was fire. Utopia is a breath of fresh air from an artist we haven't heard from in 4 or 5 years, right? But let's really keep it 100.
Birds is better than Rodeo?
I didn't say Birds was his best album. I just said, I'm just naming the albums.
Oh, okay.
I definitely don't think that Utopia is better than Rodeo. I don't think Utopia is better than fucking Astro World. I think Utopia is a great album at this point in your career. Y'all would never say that Magna Carta Holy Grail was better than Reasonable Doubt.
But Magna Carta wasn't even hailed as a great album to some people.
But go listen to it. And listen what Jay was saying on that. And when it dropped, it was nuts. But when you look back, now niggas say it's not this great album. Or 444, right? You would never say 444 was better than Reasonable Doubt. But look how much more you get of this Jay at this point in his career. That's why I'm like, you know what? These number ones and people saying that Utopia is his best album, I disagree, man. Maybe I need to listen to it a little bit more. Y'all look at a Job Well Done and say this is his best.
Nah, yeah, recency bias is something that's taken over every aspect of everything, sports, music, and everything. But I will ask you this, because some people feel like Mr. Morale is a top Kendrick album.
Right.
Because of how mature it was, how introspective, the therapy, the this.
It's like you ain't never going to say that when Jordan put up 50 points in that Wizards uniform that it was a better performance than his Bulls prime 50-pointer. Only because you know there's respect that comes with Jordan in that Wizard jersey. Mm-hmm. He was earning the respect back then. That's why Kendrick Lamar will never say Mr. Morale and Big Steppers is a better album than Good Kid, Mad City. We would never say it. But when you look at both albums, we get a lot more about Kendrick on Mr. Morale. And it's not about it being more personal. It's just, it's okay for us to say that Mr. Morale and Big Steppers is one of his better, more open projects without saying, this is the best that he's done.
Yeah.
Just because it's his most recent.
We definitely hop out there and say shit is just the best.
And people miss artists. We miss Travis Scott for sure.
Do you think Travis Scott made the rap album of the year?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something.
You don't think so?
I was listening to A Gift and a Curse this morning.
Mm-hmm. I think Travis Scott put out the best rap album, but he didn't put the most replayable album out this year.
I think he definitely put out 19 tracks. Gunna only put out 12, 13. But man, if he was to lose the Grammy to
Look at Gunna the rat. Oh, what you say? I said, look at Gunna. You see how y'all know how we do the big eyes all the time,
Brody,
right? You see how he did it? I said Gunna.
I said Gunna. And then the nigga said, I want you to say what you said again so I can slap the shit out of you, whatever. And then he said, look, so I can
sue the hell out of y'all.
They said, look, so you can do what he said.
So you can be a rat. Crazy.
Bro, that is the world.
Yeah.
Don't you know how Kendrick said, this is what the world sound like? Mm-hmm. That is it. Oh my God. I mean, if you know what you're talking about, it was a nigga on Twitter. That saw Gunna said it. Brody.
He put out one of the best albums last year. The rap album of the year last year.
If
Kendrick Lamar.
If Gunna was to take the Grammy this year for this album, I wouldn't be all the way opposed to that, bro. To me, he definitely out-rapped you.
Y'all think that the Grammys are going to nominate Gunna?
Why would they not? They don't give a fuck about snitches and rats. They don't give a fuck about
You sure?
Terry, they don't give a fuck about none of that culture.
He's saying they don't give a fuck about like they do give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about any of your culture. They just going to pick one. Oh, what was that cool chick? Cardi B? Let's give it to her this year.
Terrance.
That's what they did.
You love to bring up Cardi and discredit her like she didn't put out a great album that year. She did.
She put a good album out.
She probably shouldn't have won.
It's not
cool.
a probably, Terrell. At this point, it's not probably. We know what's up. That's why I'm just saying the Grammys, we not looking at the Grammys.
That
like
album should have went to Astroworld. But if Gunna wins, it's not the same.
Couple different albums.
So are Kendrick Lamar's Grammys all bullshit then? Did they just pick that? Or you gonna say, oh, he earned that, he actually did this? Because you can't have one logic and not apply the same logic. If you're gonna say that they one way, then that's the way they are. You can't say, oh, they got it right this time, and then otherwise say, they don't give a fuck, they just don't pick.
Well, sometimes they do get it right.
I guess it's the one time they just didn't get it right.
Are Beyonce's all of her Grammys fucked up? Or did she earn it?
I'm not the one here making the case that they just did pick.
Terrell, so let's not act like we don't know about the Grammys bullshit. All I'm saying is
they have fucked Beyonce on 1,000 Grammys.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with the nigga. I'll be surprised if they nominate my guy Gunna. I can see them doing Travis Scott, Utopia. They're gonna nominate Nas for Magic 2. They're gonna nominate who else put albums out this year that was good? They're gonna put Lil Yachty in hip hop. They ain't gonna put him over there. They're gonna put him in Lil Yachty is gonna be nominated. Watch.
You think they're gonna nominate Jack Harlow for Jackman?
They're gonna nominate Jack Harlow for Jackman, and we're gonna get the Lil Durk.
No way, Terrance.
Nah, the fucking Lil Durk put out one of the biggest albums this year, hip hop. Oh, Lil Uzi, Pink Tape. You know?
They might say, fuck it, we're gonna give Tyler the Grammy again for the deluxe.
Y'all wanna know what's my most replayed album of is it this year? My most replayed album of this year is Gumbo by Young Nudie. I'm sorry. That album has 0 skips, except maybe Duck Meat. Nah.
Terrance,
I'm not skipping it.
I am skipping.
Terrell, I'm not skipping none of these songs. I'm sorry. Go listen to Young Nudie Gumbo, and you will become a fan of
Brussels
the nigga.
sprout, I'm skipping.
You're not skipping Brussels sprout. That's the first joint.
What's
you're
the joint?
not.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, you're not
okay,
skipping it.
Okay, I'm not skipping that. I think I might skip pot roast. Cause
Key Glock.
that accordion that they use. Yeah, no, I just can't lose. Key Glock put out the terrible verse, not to his level.
To go from MRE to the end of the album is nuts.
Except
Anyway,
fish and chips, I'm skipping.
you're not. You're not.
Tess, I'm skipping that. What's after that? Hot grease,
Fire.
I'm going right to passion fruit.
That's you. But it's crazy. I know that album won't get any love in come Grammy season. That album probably won't get any love, but that believe it or not, y'all, is my most replayed album of the year. It's crazy. It's songs on there that I just listened to. Shrimp?
Nah, that album is actually a lot of fun.
That album is awesome.
That album ain't better than that Gunna though.
We need to put that. We might be putting that Young Nudie on YouTube.
And just drop it out. You just put it out there for the sturts.
For the sturts.
I listen to Back to the Moon. I listen to Back at It and then Back to the Moon. And then I listen to Born Rich and Go Crazy. I said he might still have the album of the year.
He definitely has one of the better albums of the year.
He might
for sure.
still have the rap album of the year.
He sure. For sure.
You said it yourself in the review that the best parts of Travis' album was the production.
100%. I don't know about rap album of the year, but when you look at the whole piece, Utopia is the one that you can just tell. I mean, you gotta respect the effort from Travis Scott. You gotta respect. Just like the same way you gotta respect all of the shit that Beyonce does for her album. Mm-hmm. It's so much that these artists go and put into it, and for it to come out and be great, and it's a big album. It just speaks to you want to see the award go to those albums. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're going to do 400K this year. That's going to be the biggest number of the year, except there's another guy that's dropping.
That's another guy that's getting ready to drop. Maybe today.
And I'm praying that it's not today. Anyway. But,
hey, look, well, what do you have to say about the people saying that Travis Scott just put out his best Kanye album? Because it was apparently like 6, 7, most of the good joints on there that people love came from Kanye or were Kanye inspired in some way. Check this out right here, y'all. I got you. Hit play.
I didn't love it back then, though, because I was speaking to the future. I'm 10 years ahead mentally, and I'm trapped in today's time. And every now and then I crack you a smile for 2013, but I'm cracking you a frown for 2023, and I'm focused on what it's going to be. Just mark my words. As I'm Kanye West, you seen my execution. Did I not become the biggest rock star on the planet? Did I not influence all musicians? Did I not go and get the exact girl that I wanted? Did I not start my...
I already played this part. I'm going to stop it. The part I really wanted y'all to hear, y'all need to go back and look at that Breakfast Club interview, Kanye West, 2013, after he dropped Yeezus. That's the joint where Charlamagne was like, I thought it was trash. I thought it was garbage. And he was like, that's dope. That's dope.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
I remember that. Uh-huh.
That video is even more legendary with Utopia dropping, because the part I wanted y'all to hear is when he says, I got a smile for 2013, but I'm cracking a frown for 2023. Because he's so far ahead. When you look at where Kanye is right now in 2023, and you look at where he was in 2013, you with your wife, you on top of the world, you got your wife in your music video, you creating this new sound, you know that, or you're a part of this coming to the game, this new sound, and you know that it's not going to be accepted right now. Kanye West did the same thing with when he was a producer, and he knew that these niggas rapping about street shit, but I'm going to be the backpack kid, and they going to call me weird and corny, but it's going to be me. This nigga has done it for so long that he spoke to it here for Utopia. Look at everybody now. Kanye is frowning while everybody else is smiling, loving Utopia. Because most of you, when it was 2013, you might have just been getting into hip-hop. You might have been a part of that wave that said, man, this is trash. Some of y'all same people.
I was a part of the wave that didn't fuck with Yeezus until later.
Mm-hmm. It's a video of me telling Terrell that Yeezus was one of the most impactful and influential albums that Kanye West made. And he's like, how? Look at your man. Look at what y'all love now, that y'all think is innovative. But it came from this dude. When he did his when he did his Drink Champs interview, and he said, yo, I don't need you to give me credit, just know what it is. Like, I don't need you to say, yo, I got it from him. Just understand that you got that shit from me. And he's so far outside of this shit. When y'all think about it, this nigga low-key did Utopia or something on that level 10 years ago.
Nah, yeah.
He's so far. That's why he's one of the only artists that you got to watch what he does and be like, I'm going to just wait. Because he could have a point.
Yeah. It made me think too about how much music was about to be on Donda or had something to do with Donda that we ended up spreading out. Dirk has a track on his last album that was supposed to be on Donda. And last year, Future's last album, he had a track with Kanye that was going to be on Donda.
It's called something burn the fire,
Feel It Burning or something like that.
Something burn.
It's not that great.
It's phenomenal.
Keep it burning. He had shit. Pusha T last album, It's Almost Dry. You had a little shit on that was supposed to be for Donda. And now Utopia has all of this. It's so many albums that have come out that's like, oh yeah, this was actually going to be on Donda, but they just decided I'm going to just let him have it. You know what I'm saying?
It is crazy.
It's so much shit that was getting ready to be on that album. The man's confused. I mean, I may not agree with everything he says, you know. He definitely went down a weird road, and it's crazy that he said, like, I'm frowning for 2023, and now you look at what he is doing now.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of people backtrack.
Travis Scott, we do have to give credit before. Travis Scott has been involved since 2013 and even before with the tapes that came out before that. And we not knocking Travis Scott in any way. What we really knocking when we say this is the fans. Travis Scott having Yeezus influence on his album, the man worked on Yeezus. So we not looking at Travis like he's biting. We're not looking at Travis like you trying to take something from Kanye. It really just goes to show that Kanye saw that music was going to start adding different elements, and he just tried to get out there and do some different shit first.
Yep.
So
100%.
nowadays, doing different shit on your album makes you look more of a different artist. Look at how y'all receive Yachty. Oh, he doesn't have to stick to rap. He can do different shit. Look at how y'all receive Uzi. You know?
It depends on who you are, though.
Yeah. I'm going to go turn the air up. Go ahead.
Okay. Last year when Drake did Honestly Nevermind, Drake has at a point that, you know, if he does some bad shit or something whack, since he's so up all the time and since he's so loved by everybody, if he makes a misstep or something, everybody's going to enjoy that. It's almost like the cool kid tripping and falling in the hallway.
Yeah.
Everybody is going to laugh because you always up. We always see your W's. So it's good to see you take a loss. And people want you to be normal as much as they can. They want to snatch you back to reality as much as they can.
100.
Or at least they reality. So when Honestly Nevermind came out, and even us, it was like, oh shit, this joint, all dance tracks. But then you fast forward, or if you go back further, somebody said if More Life came out today, it would be the best album of the year. It would win album of the year. And I honestly feel like that's the truth. If Passion Fruit came out today, if Ice Melts came out today,
no bullshit,
it would be looked at as like the greatest, he's got all of these elements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it does go to show that sometimes people just don't be wanting to, even me. That video of me hating was bad.
Nah, yeah. I mean, it just goes to show that music comes a long way. And you think that what you want now is what it's always going to be, and it ain't. And you're going to get older. A lot of y'all who are young, you're going to get older, and you're going to start saying, what the fuck is this? Think about yourself now, and you think about how these old heads just want this. Understand that we all sat in that same seat. You like putting on new skates. You know what I'm saying? We've rode on those wheels for years, and our feet got too big for them. Like, now it's y'all turn, and y'all are starting to say and see the same things that we was, which is older niggas have appreciation for the older music. So will you. Destroy Lonely, Cardi and them, they gonna get old. They gonna be some young nigga out here like, oh, we listening to him, fuck Cardi. And you're gonna be like, nigga, watch your mouth.
Right. It's gonna be a nigga that was born in 2030.
15.
Or,
2015.
Born in 2014. And you're gonna be like, what year was you born? They gonna start saying stuff like, man, it was funny as shit when we was doing TikTok when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, what?
Yeah. Remember we was doing TikTok. Remember when we used to have
It was like, damn, you see that dude that was like, man, we was in Vine in college. And the girl was like, Vine in college? How old are you? And they was like, He's 27.
27 years old. How the fuck old are you?
And she was like, I'm sorry, I'm 19. Okay, yeah, get your young 2001 born ass the fuck off the conversation. Focus on your, damn, you know what, bro? Do you know it's a whole bunch of people that don't know what, like, they never had a VCR? I'm not trying to be the old dude, want to send a heartfelt RIP to Angus Cloud, famously known as Fez from Euphoria. One of the best characters on the show. One of the most relatable characters on the show.
He came into his own season 2. Season 1, he sat in the shadows. Just he was the great character that you just hope you got to see that one time in the episode. And that was season 1. And season 2, I felt like he really became everybody's fan favorite because they opened him up more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they showed his heart more in that. So that was a big loss because to me, I watched Euphoria since the beginning, and it felt like watching somebody that you know but you don't know pass away. It was very hard to see a suicidal type of situation where it could be that. Man, and they say he just lost his pop. That's a big loss for, I'm sure, for HBO, A24, the Euphoria cast. They kids, but not kids. They young, you know what I'm saying? They supposed to grow old. Oh, I remember when we did Euphoria in 2017. Or when we started it, 2018. They should be able to say that. Yep. You want to see people like 25, 25?
Yeah.
I had so much more to learn when I was 25.
Yeah.
Such a whack, lame-ass nigga, too, when I was 25. It just goes to show that that's another life that's cut short. I was listening to that song, Forever Young, and I started realizing exactly what that means. Y'all probably not like me, but I don't know why I thought forever young. I want to be forever young. I thought it just meant I want to be a kid forever. But I started when people say you forever young, it's when you die young. And I think, he didn't get to live an old age, so he's forever young. And I'm like, damn, so that makes that song even more of a...
What does he say after that? Don't he say, like, do you really want to live forever or something like that? What does he say?
Something like that.
That's an introspective ass song. First of all, I've only ever listened to the Beyonce and Jay-Z.
That song will have you balling. If you live forever, y'all, you know how I always say I want to be 100 years old. I want to see 2 9s, right? Damn, do I? Yeah, I do. But, because I ain't going to start challenging myself. Yes, I do. I just know that it's scary to think about.
Yeah.
Because you know that everybody not going to be there when you're 99.
That's true. That's the scary thing. That's why people say, I wish if I could be like, immortals are miserable. All of their friends and family pass away. You know, well, it was definitely sad because he was kind of branching off to do different shit too.
He said he was going to do a Mac Miller biopic. That would have been perfect.
That'd have been perfect, yeah.
He could have mastered the voice.
He would have killed it.
Perfect.
It would have been perfect. And it's kind of selfish in a sense to start talking about all of the different things we would have got to see him in, but we would have also been able to witness his rise. Yeah. Maybe see him on that stage getting that gold one day. You never know.
When I watch it, I love when you find out about somebody from a show. Like, he wasn't a singer and then became a actor, and we just fucked with his music, so now he's trying to act like he had to come into his own by being good on the show. He built his career from being picked and featured on the show. I love to see new people.
Also wanted to just kind of throw that mental health, check on your loved ones, have the conversation, do what you got to do type, angle in there, just because.
Yeah.
Anytime something like this happens, I'm reminded that, men have the rise, we have the highest level of, and we also are the most reluctant to deal with therapy a lot of the times because of us.
Yeah. I would say check on your loved ones, but also the people that's going through it. When they check on you, open your mouth. That's all I'm going to say. Because most people they're not going to check on you. You can tell people check on your loved ones. And the ones who are responsible, that got the time, they'll do it. But like I talked to my sister, and I'm like, you good? And she like, yeah, I'm good. And then as we talking, I'm like, just talking about whatever. And I'm like, yo, at this point, did you get a little emotional right here? And she's like, you know what? I'm not even going to lie. I got a little emotional. And I'm like, but when I asked you earlier if you was good, you just said I was good. But the more we talking, because that's my sis, that's my fam. I'm going to ask a question like, did you cry? Did it make you want to cry?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you some shit like that because you would be surprised what you would find out.
Yeah.
Checking on your strong friends ain't just hey, you good, bruh? It ain't that. You didn't check on shit. You just spoke to your strong friend or your whatever friend.
That's true.
My boy Jay, when I hit him, you know what time it is. Hey, you good though? You straight?
And you know how we all do. We be like, look, I'm good, bro. I'm straight, bro.
I'm good.
I'm straight. You know what that is, though? That's deep-rooted, like, what we've told ourselves as men shit. Because, believe it or not, and sometimes the ladies talk about this on the TL, and they be right. A lot of the shit that we put on ourselves as men, we put on ourselves as men. Mm-hmm. And the women just now have like taking it to another level sometimes. But a lot of the shit, it be us that have made it so that we made it not cool to like talk about your feelings. I'm raising a boy. So I watch it happening every day with kids.
Yeah.
Lady's son falls and he cries. Everybody in the comments is like, oh, she's gonna raise a little bitch. Or he's gonna be this, he's gonna be that. And I'm like, yo, he's 3 and fell and cried. And Sissy, I guess what, he cried too much. You think he's gonna be a bitch. Your son that you just telling to wipe it off and don't let him feel it, he's gonna be the bitch. He's the one that's gonna get his heart broke and not know how to deal with the emotion. Cause you never let him think. You made him wipe it off. You strong, you good. That shit is terrible for us, bro. Anyway, soapbox.
Nah, it's definitely deep rooted. Nah, you're right. Terrell has told me this so many times.
Nah, yeah.
We differ on certain shit when it comes to parenting, but like, you're right about that. I'm definitely picking up some shit from you when it comes to that. Typical news. We're not going to get on a soapbox on this one because I really do not want to, whatever. But Lizzo had came up in the news about allegations about, Lizzo came up in the news. There's 3 of her backup dancers that used to dance for her that said that she had a toxic work environment. She had sexual abuse allegations within that environment and that, you know, she was kind of body shaming them. And for that to be coming from somebody like Lizzo, who is literally the patriot and poster girl for body positivity, especially the big girl. She took the whole Monique movement, flipped it on his head. It was a very telling, it's like the pot calling the kettle black situation.
It is, yeah.
You know?
We just watched you accept an award. Instead of saying, I always wanted to see somebody fat like me, big like me,
black like me.
You just did all of that, right? You have legit been that person. That this is what you get caught up for? I can see you getting caught up for anything else. And that's why a lot of people were like, yo, it's hard to believe that it was Lizzo. But I can see you getting caught up for anything else, like drunk driving. Yeah. Lizzo gets caught up in a dispute with, she argued with some chick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that. And you know what? The biggest thing of it, like the fat shaming part of it is the one that's getting the most steam. And a lot of people aren't paying attention. I guess, I don't know. But a lot of people aren't paying attention to the sexual assault side of it, which is a lot more serious in terms of like, she's got a sexual assault coercion case being built. You know what I'm saying? Where she made some girl eat that banana from some chicks. You seen that?
Yeah.
And then she was trying to force Christianity. Let me tell you something. Like the religious thing, that's something that
a lot of us have experienced that from.
I worked in a store before where in the morning during chalk talk, they would do a prayer. And I'm looking around. I'll never forget, I did a stint out. I ain't gonna say where it is. It doesn't matter anymore. I was out VA.
I'm about to say, fuck them.
I was out VA.
Not fuck y'all, but
I was at I think Williamsburg, at the Williamsburg store. This was early. But in the morning, everybody do like a little meeting and say whatever's going for the day. And they was praying. But I looked around, I'm like, how do they even know everybody is of the same thing?
It's almost like when you go to court, you have to put your hand on the Bible and swear that you're going to tell the truth, the whole truth. It don't matter who you are. If you're in the U.S., you have to do it.
Nah, yeah.
I swear on the Bible. I watched this dude say, swear on the Bible. He did not even give a fuck.
Yeah.
I've never read it. I'll tell it.
Nah, yeah. Then you get up there.
He did it.
Yeah.
And he did it.
And you lying.
And he lied.
Because you don't give a damn about it. But yeah, there's a bunch of shit that's baked into that. It's honestly just, I can't believe that's happening, but hey.
Y'all know me. I take all of the allegations with a grain of salt just because Lizzo is now at a point where she has a lot to lose. She is the head of a movement. So what's the easiest way to take down the girl who is a vegan, right? You show her Or you say, you know what? She made us eat burgers. She made us eat meat. She really be eating meat. And everything that she stands for, guess what? She don't even stand by that shit. Like, I looked at and this is not me absolving Lizzo for anything. I'm just this is how I look at it. The 3 girls that came out against Lizzo, the one girl said, she didn't say it, but I just felt like they were not liking how much weight I was gaining. Well, did somebody disrespect you, or did you just feel like you got a weird vibe? Because a weird vibe isn't conclusive enough, you know? Because they saying that Lizzo fat shamed the girl, and I was waiting to hear what exactly she said, unless there's more information that came out, because I only watched the one interview with the 3 girls, and the girl said, I just felt like they didn't like how much, you could feel that they weren't liking how big I was getting. And it's like, or how fast I was putting on weight. And it's like, yo, Lizzo is an advocate for big girls, but she also is a performer, and you are a dancer. So I feel like, how can you ever tell a woman that, you know, maybe you need to slow down on your weight gain or whatever, without it coming off as, wow, you don't really support being big.
Because look how big you are. That's like, I could see if she was smaller and didn't want her bigger dancers to not be able to keep up.
And that's what I was saying. I don't know what it was. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, wow, she body shamed you, because do we even really know? And you're saying, oh, she never really said, but I just got a feeling. That's why I say with a grain of salt, y'all, because just like a lot of other artists, we've seen people come out and say that the artist made a toxic work environment. She wasn't nice to us. She was actually rude. We've seen this happen a lot with different artists, especially from backup dancers and people that worked on the set and stuff like that. That's no shade or no offense to none of them. It's just I take stuff like this, just like the Jonathan Majors allegations. We're going to read it for what it is. Lizzo, if you want that bullshit, it's bullshit. But also, I can see Lizzo being the very easy target of we not fucking with it, but we'll bet. Fuck her.
Nah, yeah. I honestly think that the world needs to extend that same, we need to wait, I don't know, this sounds like a cash grab. I seen it all. And I tweeted about it the other day. It's just it's real convenient how, you know, it's real, everything is a joke with this Lizzo thing. Like, everybody's talking about, like, oh, this was there's memes and videos saying, oh, if not Lizzo fat shaming when she looks like, and it's like jokes. Yeah. But she got a sexual assault, sexual coercion. She has a religious coercion. That's some serious shit. And we've seen a bunch of men that have been accused of some of the same shit, and it's a lot more serious, is all I'm gonna say. That's all. So I think we should extend the same way you extended the grace to everybody, and you now extending the same grace. That need to also be the case for the victims of this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It just, when you're a face of a movement like that, when you're the face of, like, not giving a fuck what the world thinks and we gonna all run on this, I feel like this isn't a part of the game, but you run the risk of that movement working against you. You know? Mm-hmm. You, like, say you an advocate for smoking cigarettes and you just don't care. Fuck everybody. We smoking cigs, right? If you coming around and you abusing it, and we say, hey, yo, we cool with the cigarette smoking, but you smoking 3 packs a day. You need to chill. Oh my God! Everything that you ever told me about cigarette smoking is bullshit. My thing is, we not saying that I don't think Lizzo is saying, fuck it, eat whatever you want and just be unhealthy. She's just saying that if you big, then you have value too. But I don't think she's all about you being reckless. And that's why I said it's a slippery slope. You want to be behind a movement, but it can start working against you if somebody abuses it. Because you're working and you started a movement behind something that isn't necessarily the best.
But just like an example you gave, if somebody is an advocate for smoking cigarettes and then they want to tell me about smoking 3 packs, you can't really tell me that.
Yes, they can. You can be an advocate.
Because then that's you admitting that it's something wrong with me doing it.
But it is something wrong with you abusing it. It's nothing wrong with you. You can say that you don't think it's something wrong with somebody eating pork. I think people can eat pork. Fuck it. I mean, I eat pork. But if you eat a pork chop every single day and somebody says, yo, you eating too much pork, you can't say, oh, the pork man telling me what to eat. Okay.
But Terrance, so if you big, Lizzo's big.
Terrell, I get it, bro.
She's made music. You can't be the you getting too big person. You making this. You're talking about fat phobia.
I don't think telling somebody they're getting too big is fat phobia.
If you the person that says that that's fat phobic, and then you say it,
we can agree to disagree. Because I don't want to argue with you. I'm sick of low-key talking about the Lizzo thing. But I don't think if somebody says, yo, you might be doing a little much, they're being fat phobic.
But Terrance, I'm not saying that. Lizzo said that. Lizzo, when the girl came out and said that Lizzo was too big, you know the girl that used to be on Biggest Loser. She came out and said Lizzo's not overweight. She's obese. She needs to lose weight. This, whatever. Lizzo and her camp came out and was like, we're not listening to that negativity. They called her fat phobic. So that's why it's like for you to be the same person. I don't think
that was fat phobia.
But for Lizzo to be the same person that thought that was fat phobic to now be doing things that some people would call fat phobic, it is a little like.
And that's why I said when you start a movement on some shit, it's going to work against you. That's literally my point. Because you're right.
So you're think now people are lying about her saying that?
No, I'm just saying now you're going to come off as fat phobic because you started your whole movement on, oh, don't tell me what I am. You're fat phobic. But now you are a fat girl. So you feel like you can be honest with other big girls, probably. Well, I don't know, y'all. Look, that's why I said I don't want to talk too much because then we start talking like we know. I'm just saying, if she is telling somebody they need to slow down, there's two sides of every story. It's easy to say Beyonce is an asshole. I mean, look at when she was looking at her. Remember when Beyonce was looking at her performance and she was like pausing and looking around?
Yeah.
You could easily call her an asshole. You know, you can easily call Beyonce, look at Homecoming. She's an asshole to her people. Nah, you know, it's easy to say that about an artist. That's why I say I take it with a grain of salt.
It's one, yeah.
The fat phobia.
She got some serious shit, though.
The sexual allegation shit, the stripper club shit, the religious shit, there's no capping for that. That's just ridiculous, if true.
Your girl from the timeline.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. I forgot all about that. Bet.
I haven't seen it.
Bet. I'm glad you about to watch this. Let's get it. All right.
I like to let the sex come first. Before we think of things to say, before we dive into our most inner thoughts, let's get the fucking out the way. See, for me, bad dick is a deal breaker. No matter if you're smart or you're fine, so before I invest my energy into you, I need to know if it's worth my time. So we might fuck soon as we meet. Once, twice, maybe 3 in a row. Then if that chemistry is there, we can begin to get to know. Because the pressure of leading up to the physical is something that I can't take. In the past, I done made the mistake of investing in men that can't make me shake. So I need to know if my body can fuck with you. Before you introduce to my spirit, because if you want to talk after you failed to make me come, I ain't even trying to hear it. See, with most women, they pussy is their only possession. They make men work before they lay, be selective of who they let touch their bodies, but then give their hearts away. My prized possession is my energy, too. This vibe is rare to find, so you can penetrate my body before you get into this mind. And the best things about me have nothing to do with the things that I can do with the bed. I might let you get into my drawers, but never let you get into this head. Plus,
she could rhyme. You can flow it how you want. I disagree with what she's saying 10 times over.
She said, okay, yeah, she basically saying, well, let's just get it in on the first night type shit.
She said you could do it, we might fuck before we get to know each other 3 times? She said we might fuck 3 times before we actually get to know. Really? And somebody told me we shouldn't talk about this on the podcast, but I don't give a fuck. This is nuts. This is insane. For my people, I get it. You want to know what you're getting into. Terrell, we know somebody that was like this. It's like you want to know, you want to take it on a test drive. I ain't going to put it off the lot if I can't test drive it. That is the most idiotic, immature,
don't you
hurt way to go about some shit. Go.
You don't think there's a lot of, I think that's a philosophy that's common, wouldn't you say? Amongst both genders.
I think it's common, but y'all don't know what y'all are setting yourself up for. You're going to basically start a sexual relationship with somebody, right?
Uh-huh.
You're starting a sexual relationship with somebody you said you don't even need to get to know. You need to see what the dick is like first. That's crazy, ladies. That's nuts. Simply because it's easy. How do you even...
All right, let me ask you a question. As a man, do you believe in having sex on the first night?
No. Shawty, if you let me smash first night, I mean, look, I'll do it. I've done it. You let me smash first day, we not going to be together. What I need to... What for? The niggas who say they smashed their girl on the
Hold
first
up.
day, either she got to be that one, but I would never give advice to that because it's so rare that that's going to work out great.
But that happens for people. There's a lot of couples out there that will say, me and mine, we, you know.
Yep, and it's 10 times more people out there that just fucked somebody and then it went nowhere. But he fucked. Or you fucked. And y'all had a great sexual relationship. You know how many people are in those same marriages you talking about? Those same relationships that you talking about? And y'all really only have a sexual relationship. Let's say somebody that she fucks, right? Like she said 3 times. I need to know if you can make me come. Let's say she fucked, bruh, and he can. Let's say you fuck, bruh, and he can definitely he can go crazy, he can go rounds. He the perfect sexual person. All right, now that I know that that's good, let me get to know him. You find out that the nigga's abusive, the nigga don't like his mom, the nigga's abusive to his family, the nigga is fucking an asshole to all of his friends, this nigga's all of this. But the sexual part is good, and that's what you started your relationship on. That's how y'all started.
I think
So when shit hits the fan, what do we go back to? If me and my girl get into an argument, right? Do you know what my mind goes back to? It goes back to the start of it. You know, the way everything played up. It wasn't just I'm just some chick that I just met and just fucked, and then now I'm trying to get to know her. You know? So when couples who start on that terms, when they shit hit the fan, they seem to always be able to fuck still. You know how many people you know that's like, oh yeah, we be going through it, but you know, whatever, we can still fuck. It's the most toxic relationship to be in. And this is exactly the mindset that you have when you get in situations like that.
my question to you would be, first, I agree with everything you're saying about the way you're looking at sex on the first night.
Yeah.
What I would challenge you and say is, this is a mindset that this girl is displaying that I feel like there's a lot of men that have this exact same thing, but don't look at it the exact same way.
Okay.
Like you look at a lot of us, well, you know, we kind of wired a little bit different, you know, but a lot of us are sexual first. You'll meet a chick. We might, you know, things gonna happen the first night. And then you start getting to know her, and you might find out she's fucked up, whatever. Mm-hmm. But for us, sometimes, like the whole make him wait thing is based on this mindset, which is people want to get in your drawers first before they even know who you are or before you even know who they are. Mm-hmm. Because as men, a lot of niggas won't wait. If they have to wait too long, they won't wait, which for some people is a red flag, so they glad they missed that. So it's kind of like what you saying about her.
Yeah.
Would you apply that same thing to the men out there?
Yeah.
That want to...
I'm not giving one-sided info. I'm telling, fellas, if you slam a joint on the first night, that's not the joint that you want.
Hold up, but see, that's not what I'm saying. Because what you're saying is, if she lets you still putting it back on her.
I'm saying men who have sex on the first night with the girl,
you said, if you have sex with her on the first night, that's not the one you want. As opposed to saying, you shouldn't be trying to fuck this girl on the first night because you don't know her, is what I'm saying. You see how it's different?
Well, I'm speaking from a man's perspective. So I guess you're right. You shouldn't do it because you don't know her, but that's literally what I'm saying. Fellas, if a girl lets you smash, that's why I said if a girl, think about it. We're not going to choose to have sex on the first night as men. We don't say, let's have sex night one. A woman has to let you have sex with her. That's woman, man. A woman has to let you do it. She has to give you consent to do it. And that's why I say if those doors open this early,
don't you think? Go ahead.
I don't even know what
I think
when you have sexual discipline, you don't got to worry about, you're not going on dates to find somebody to have sex with. When you're living like this and you're like, I need to know if the sex is good first. That says a lot about what you're looking for.
I don't think anybody should be having sex or aiming to have sex the first night. If it happens organically, then all right. But there's people.
I'm not mad at it just happening. Both of y'all, we out so-and-so, we just met, it happened.
Yeah.
I'm saying when you're doing this, when you are like, I gotta test drive it before it come off the lot, you're setting yourself up. Because you're not really looking for somebody that. Did you hear what she said? Pay attention to the words she said, Terrell. She said, I know that this ain't the most impactful thing that I got. So before I let you penetrate my mind, you can penetrate my body. Type shit. Summarize what she said, basically. You mean to tell me before a nigga gets to know exactly who you are, he has to penetrate your body first? Think about what you're saying. Think about your daughter saying that. Imagine this is your daughter standing on stage saying, we need to fuck first.
I definitely don't agree with it, Terrance. But
that's nuts.
I also would wonder what you would think if a man was to say, before I try and do all of this shit, I need to know if the pussy is good first.
You're going to find a smut.
But what would you say to that?
You're going to find a smut.
What does that mean?
That means you're going to find somebody that's willing to fuck you first night without knowing you, and that is really not an intelligent woman.
But you know what, T? I'm not talking about just one night. I'm talking about that mindset.
I'm talking about first night, Terrell.
We talking about first night, but I'm talking about the
nigga that's looking for a girl to just fuck first before you get to know her. Do you know the type of woman you meet that is like that? Think about women like this.
What about the type of guy he is?
That's why I'm saying he's gonna find a smut.
But isn't he a smut?
Yes. If you are that type of nigga, okay, so you want me to like? I'm trying to talk from a woman's perspective.
No, I'm saying we gotta keep it 100 on both sides. Because with the women, we saying you're setting yourself up. You're gonna be this.
At what point did you hear what I said about like we can't just choose to have sex with a woman?
Terrance, I'm not talking about that.
It does make you are a certain type of nigga that does that. But like,
I'm talking about the mindset of I'm just trying to fuck for real, and then maybe if she's a good girl, you know, because there's a lot of niggas that pussy is the most important thing first.
Trust me. That's why I said I'm not giving one-sided advice. I guess you don't like that I'm saying that the girl is this and I'm not saying the guy is the same. The human being that is looking to have sex first night before they know anything, both of y'all are setting yourselves up, man and woman. You're setting yourself up for failure. I don't care what nobody say. Sex is not that important in a relationship. It is. But it's not so important that you got to figure that part out first. That's like saying, you know what? I got to figure out if this motherfucker give good massages first. Yeah. Because that's my most important quality. So you're not even trying to get him to know you. You're saying, I'm tense. Are you trying to see if this nigga give you a good massage before he can know you? Do you know that people can learn? Like, I get a woman saying that she might want to know what the size is or what, if he's a certain height, he got to be a certain build. I need a strong man. I get that. But needing to find out something that is super intimate that soon before he even knows who your family and shit is, you're going to be a person that has a million bodies. Because you're going to get past the sex every time, whether it's good or bad. Mm-hmm. And you either going to chuck him off because the sex was bad, and then now this dude, the sex was good, but he was an asshole, so I chucked him off.
What about but you see,
girl, same with the dude. The girl that you smashed first, bruh, she's not wifey material. So,
Terrance, I don't think you get what you're doing. I don't think you get what you're doing. You just said all of that stuff, and hear me out. You just said all that stuff about the girl.
I feel like I'm saying the same thing about the guy, but like, what do I say about the guy? Like, the girl that lets you smash first isn't going to be wifey material, so you're making a mistake as the man.
Right, well, let me say, you said all of that stuff about the girl and how the girl is this, and you're going to rack up a bunch of bodies, and you're going to be this, you're going to be that.
That's the girl perspective.
Right, but when you start talking about the guy who has that same mindset,
he's making the same mistake on the opposite board.
You said you're only going to find a smut. You're not focusing on the fact that you're going to be a nigga out here that fucks these girls, that's a trash nigga, that doesn't make real connections. You're going to
I'm not even able to get there because you don't want, I'm not even able to get there. I was just saying, the girl that you're able to smash, the girl that that's going to let you smash is going to be a smut. And you're going to go through a whole bunch of bullshit because I'm giving the same criticism to both.
What if that guy that thinks like that meets a good girl? Because the first thing you're saying about that guy is he's going to meet a smut. What if he doesn't meet a smut? What if he meets a good girl? You're not
going to meet a good girl looking for just for somebody to smash. The good girls are going to be like, fuck out of here, nigga. You're not touching me. You're not That's why I said you're not meeting your wife with this type of mindset unless you on some once in a lifetime shit. I don't think you meeting your wife talking about, yo, I gotta smash first. Yeah, you might marry her, but are you gonna be happy in 20 years? The sex might still be good.
That's a lot of people that have met and smashed on the first night. I'm not saying that that's common because it's not. It's definitely not. It's definitely way more common to not.
It could be common. It could be common that they do. It's just
not as
good
common.
relationships aren't common.
It's not as common as right. It's not as common as the latter. But
Did you smash your girl first night?
No. I waited a good couple months before I got mine. But it says more about me.
Before I got mine.
It says more about me
Right.
as a man, because even if she was the type of woman, and that would be my advice to the guy that thinks like that. I'm not going to tell that guy, you're just going to meet a bunch of smuts that aren't worth being married. I'm going to tell you, you're going to fuck up a bunch of great girls because you're a trash nigga and all you want to do is fuck. You see how that's different than me focusing on the type of girl you're going to get?
Yeah. Only
all I'm
reason
saying.
why I ain't say that is because low key, I feel like you could be after sex, but like you have to. Sex is an earned thing, and if you get it easy, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. I'm not shitting on none of the women, but because you can find women out there that's gonna let you smash night one. But like, what type of relationship are you trying to build, bruh? If you just smash her first, do you even give a... She's like, oh, before you can penetrate my mind, you gotta penetrate my body.
And that's the thing. Niggas don't want that.
What if he don't give a fuck about your mind and just wants your body? You making this shit easy. Did you see? That was like the girl that was like, I never spend the night the first time I sleep with a man. I always leave. Remember that? She said, I never spend the night. I always leave because I don't want him to think that he has to earn me spending the night. But you let him fuck. And you left? Do you know that new 2K24 just came out? I didn't penetrate your mind. Don't really know you. I fucked, and you're willingly gonna leave?
Nah, yeah. I've had situations.
You think niggas mad because you ain't stayed for the cuddle?
I've had situations.
Did I penetrate your mind yet?
Bro, I had a situation just like that. I'm not gonna say what year it is because y'all
already know.
It was in my run.
Terrell in 2015 and 17, I wish I could take y'all on a safari and we could just pull up outside of Mike's. That's his car right there, y'all.
First of all, it was not Mike's in 2015, 2017. Don't even do that. Mike's didn't become my favorite restaurant until years later.
Well, you know what I mean.
Because look, me and my girl go to Mike's. That's our spot. You about to make her think I've been taking bitches up there for years.
Look, I'm at the safari, but I took y'all the wrong way. I swear he's getting ready to come out. There he is. Oh, no, that's not him.
But bro, I had a situation like that where the girl would come over. Bro, I swear it was the craziest shit ever. This is a chick that I met off the DM type shit. I shot my shot, and she was like, what are you doing today type shit.
Get to the part where you...
Terrance, this is the podcast. They haven't heard this before. Fuck you.
They have heard this story before. I'm sorry. Fuck you. They have.
Terrance, they haven't heard this story
They've heard
before.
the story about the girl that you hit the first night. And the girl that you had a sexual relationship with.
I wasn't
But you
even
know
going
what?
to talk
I'm
about it.
I'm not going to buy
I
them
wasn't
all.
even going to do that.
Sorry, y'all. I apologize.
You're being an asshole.
Sorry.
Because
I know the nigga for years.
What about your new listeners that don't know me for years?
I'm sorry. I just know where
Anyway.
he's going. He's my dad. Go.
Anyway,
You said you met her. You DM'd her.
I know.
What'd you say? Go ahead and say what you say in your DMs.
I met this girl. Terrance, that's not even the case. Y'all see how he's being an asshole? I met this chick. That ended up happening. But bro, after that, she got up. I have never seen this before. I'm still laying there. She gets up, goes to the bathroom, comes out the bathroom, puts on her jeans and was like, I gotta do XYZ. I forget what she said. And I'm like, all right. And then she dipped. Then she hit me up later in the week, right? Or no, I hit her up off some, I'm a lover boy. So I'm hitting her up the next day, good morning type shit. She didn't say shit. Hit me up like the next day and was like, you home? Came through, it happened again, but then she left again. And so we had built this relationship based on we just had a physical connection. And then when Valentine's Day came around and I didn't have any plans or anything, all of a sudden it was like, do you even give a fuck about me? And I'm like, we never established like a real relationship like that. So I didn't think
L's
that...
on both sides?
Yes. I do see the L's on both sides.
Because you're not a trash nigga. That's a
Terrance-
trash girl.
Yeah, but no.
But do you see how you took the L by sticking through a relationship that started with sex?
Right. But
That's why I
I'm not
wasn't
going to
really-
say, bruh, you see what she did? She's trash. I'm going to say,
So you're trash. You were just trash too.
in that situation, I was cool with but you know what? That was a little bit different.
No.
It's different from what you're saying.
You were trash.
I guess you could say.
Because based off what you're saying, we can't
Terrance,
say.
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the nigga that aiming to fuck first day, I didn't aim to fuck the girl first day. She fucked me.
That's why I was saying if a girl lets you, but you said, oh, but what about the niggas that's trying? You're right. We both right.
We are both right.
Because that nigga is definitely the trash human being too.
And needs to be told you're trash and not, oh, you're just going to get a bunch of hoes, bruh. You ain't going to find a good girl. Hold on, wait. How about you're going to fuck over a bunch of good girls probably? Or you might hurt feelings because you're a trash nigga.
First night, is she a good girl? You could be fucking a joint first night and she could be with another nigga. Fellas, you do your girl dirty, right? Let's say you're doing your girl dirty or whatever. You and your girl have a rough patch. Y'all might not even be talking.
What is dirt dirty? What's the dirty?
Maybe not do her dirty, but like say you and your girl have a disagreement so far that it goes into a rough patch where y'all go that way. You would be surprised how many women get flued out, they fly out, fuck a random nigga night one. Right? And then that's just it. It's just fun. It's not wrong with what she did because, look, she probably not even thinking about her mind. Y'all in a rough patch.
Are you fucking?
Huh?
Are you fucking somebody?
I'm not talking about the man. I'm just saying this is just a word to the wise. Look, man or woman. I'm only speaking about this because there are niggas who are literal trash human, not trash human beings, but they are just out here to have a good time. And your girl might be a great girl, but put her in a right space.
He might could talk her right up out of
He could talk her to a one night. He could be her entertainment that ended up being a one night just because of whatever. Bro.
What if that's what she wanted?
And that's my thing. It's not really no shade on the woman. I'm just saying it's situational situations that happen where it could be this one night situation, but it don't make one person trash or the other person trash. Just when you start in a relationship on that basis, that's where you get dangerous. I'm not saying having sex with somebody on the first night is bad on either party because you got sexual human beings out there that want to do that.
Yeah.
Saying this, you can penetrate my body before you penetrate my mind. Slippery slope. I wouldn't recommend it. If you live it, hey, look, I wouldn't recommend you not wearing a helmet on your motorcycle. I see niggas do it. You fall, it's on you. Terrell, you laughing, but guess what?
I just want you to keep it 100 on both sides. That's all. That was my biggest point in the whole thing. I agree with you. I agree with everything you said. I just wanted to make sure we keep it 100 on both sides because that is not a woman thing. That's actually a very, very common male thing. And you don't see a bunch of, oh, are you serious, bruh? You really just want to, we don't see a bunch of that.
We cannot sit here and act like women having sex and men having sex are the exact same. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Terrance, but the point isn't that you can't. The point is that you shouldn't want to on the first night.
You're right. And I'm not absolving any man and saying that they different. I've said from the beginning that to me it's advice on both sides. The reason why I wasn't mainly saying what you were saying is just because of the situational transaction of sex.
She up there doing the poem and shit, so I get it. Like, she's the one that's up there doing the fucking poetry.
And I can't stand spoken word. This dude hit me and said, yo, bro, check out my spoken word. I promise you're gonna fuck with it, bro. I love you. I fuck with you for supporting me. But
Terrance is not a spoken word guy. I don't know why.
I can't do the spoken word. You're rapping with no music and rhyming with no rhythm. You're just saying a bunch of words that rhyme.
Some spoken word is dope.
I saw the one spoken word where that girl was talking about white supremacy.
Oh, so you fuck with that? So you fuck with some spoken word?
Sometimes if your message crazy, what's the dude that got up there and was talking about how like, oh, I'm not gonna say that because y'all gonna think whatever. But
let me guess, he was talking about how women are fucked up and they want this and that.
If you could say some shit that I relate to, talk about 2K. Talk about something that I relate to, I might get it. But I'm not saying spoken word about 2K. I'm just saying I don't like it if I can't really relate because it just sounds like music without being music. I am trying to find my divine line in the summertime. Okay, when did you sit down and write this? Like, I can't watch Love Jones. Lorenz Tate is the corniest nigga ever that y'all boast up. This nigga got a Michael Jackson 5 when he was ABC Bush. He short as shit with a big ass leather jacket on and baggy jeans. He would have never bagged Nia Long.
You a hater.
And Nia Long bagged him. You sitting over there, what you drinking? Bullshit.
sound like a low key.
You don't care. You don't give a fuck about what this mailman looking ass nigga is doing on his day off. This nigga come up there, brother, to the night. Y'all can have it.
You a hater.
Go watch Love Jones.
Terrance is a hater. And Terrance, it was back then. You'll say that's corny, but won't say that Menace to Society aged terribly. That terrible ass movie. Hey, we need to go get some food, nigga. Shut up, nigga. We getting ready to go around the corner. Who wrote this? Who wrote this bullshit?
Look, some of y'all could really hate that, and that's on y'all. I'm not hating. I'm just saying I just can't do the fucking spoken word.
Do you have course of action?
I do have some course of act.
Shout out to everybody that's fucking with course of action, man. Send them through. Send them to the DM. Yep, slow.
It's relatively a slow week, y'all. So we hitting up the course of act a little early, but it ain't even really that early, I don't think. First course of action. First off, shout out to everybody that's fucking with the course of action. We locked in each and every week, each and every Friday, but not every Friday.
I'm getting ready to say, be very careful.
You at a basketball game, and when you go to sit down, there's a family behind you. It's you and your girl, right? Mm-hmm. And y'all sit down, and you notice that family got two people here, and they got two people that's sitting right beside y'all. So you being a nice guy, Terrell's a nice-ass motherfucker, you say, you know what? Mm-hmm. Did y'all want to sit together? Yeah, because we could just sit in y'all seats.
Oh, you mean like we at the Wizards game type?
Like you at the Wizards game. Let's say you're at a basketball game, right? Mm-hmm. So you switch seats, and you let that family sit together. You sit down, right? Uh-huh. Halftime show comes, and they say, we got a special surprise for one of these lucky fans in these seats. $20,000 for a random pick. They do the raffle, pick the seat, and it's one of the seats that you gave up to the other family. Uh-huh. And they jump up. Woo! What's your course of action?
I'm going to let y'all celebrate. I have the tickets, though.
Fuck out of here. You thought like shit. But you wanted to be a nice guy.
I let you sit with your family. I have the ticket stub. Oh, look, go ahead and show them your ticket stub that you bought. Never play with me about no 20 band. I got a boy I'm raising. That's college fun. Fuck out of here. I'm going straight to will call.
I knew this would be
I'm here about the money.
Go to will call.
I will dead ass stand there and celebrate with you. You'll never see me again, and I'll have 20 bands. Sorry.
I like how you said, I'm going to just go to will call.
Yeah, I'm not going to say, oh, you know that's mine, right? I don't have to do that.
The worst thing you can do is, do not lose your shit. Just get on to whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny as shit because that could very well happen.
Because you're trying to be nice. Are you going to be nice enough to let them just have well, you know what? We gave away the seats. I guess they won. Fuck no.
If it's a situation where they say, if you're sitting in seat 1 and 3, come on down, I'm going to let y'all have it. And if y'all go down there and
shoot coming over with the check.
Y'all shoot the half-court shot and you win, and I'm not going to be mad about it.
Okay, yeah. If they shoot the half-court shot.
I have to stand on my decision to let y'all sit there. And that comes with everything that comes with the seat. Unless it's some systemic shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm not about to let you get a free $20,000 in my seat. And I will wait to see if you would say that, you know what, you should have this. And then I'm going to say, don't worry about it. I already know I'm going to have it.
I already know I'm going to get it. Don't even worry. That's my 20 racks.
I already know I'm going to have it.
Yes, you did. Because he shouldn't have switched seats. All right. This course of action number 2 I saw on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and rock this one just because I'm going to let it play. I thought this was a good one for the course of action. Let's get it. Here we go.
I have a question. My girlfriend makes $70,000 at her current job. She went to a job interview today. She calls me and tells me she got the job and she's going to be making $100,000 a year. The only problem is her ex from 5 years ago is the boss of the company. I tell her it's going to make me uncomfortable knowing that she's going to be around him all day, every day. I tell her if she takes the job, I'm leaving because I know I'm not going to be able to handle it. If she loves me and wants to stay with me, she's not going to take the job and she's going to go somewhere else. My question is, am I doing too much? Does that make me insecure? If you were her, what would you do?
Okay. You're doing too much that you don't have to do. I'm not going to say you doing too much. I'm not going to say him.
Okay.
I'm not going to say you're doing too much because that's something that you don't want to tolerate in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm going to say you're doing too much that you don't have to do. Once you say what you're not comfortable with, if they're like, well, then you have a decision to make. Either you're going to stay with her and trust her, or if you don't feel like you can, Then you leave, bro.
But look, that's his girl he love.
Yeah, but like
That's his
okay,
girl
so
he
she
love, and
making
she's just
70.
simply getting a new job.
She making 70. She get ready to go make 100K, but she got to work for her ex. First of all, as men, we do not trust any man that's ever had access to the woman that we
Look,
deal
we
with.
still think that nigga's key work.
Right. We don't know exactly. I don't know what type of relationship y'all had. I don't know what type of, life chemistry y'all might have had that might come up. Y'all might hear a song that come on, if this world were mine, and y'all both go, oh, remember when we was at the vineyard, remember?
Mm-hmm. Or
I don't
they can
want
have
none of
that
that.
natural chemistry. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I would be the ex that you don't want me still in the picture, cause
Not yet. That's how
Don't you feel like that about you?
And you have to think like that about the other nigga.
Yeah, I'm not in none of my ex's picture, because if I was, it would probably be some trouble.
Yeah, it'll be trouble.
If
It would be some rekindling. It might be, look, next thing you know, this nigga's giving you time off.
I couldn't do it.
It
I was gonna
opens
say
the
that.
door for like insecurities that I didn't
I
have.
couldn't do it. I would be too insecure.
You can't help. And that's the thing. Insecurity is always frowned upon, and it's always talked about like, oh, you're just insecure. And that's a natural human thing to be insecure. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this will open the door to hella insecurities if you are that person that will get insecure. Some men might say, I don't give a fuck, I'll let her rock.
I'm
Cool.
also just too much of a, you know how you got that hunch. I'm too much of a protective thing. Let's say she feeling like they ain't giving her hours. She feeling like this. Now, I'm going to be dealing with your past, present.
Right.
Oh, I know why he's not giving me hours. Oh, I know why he's bitter. Who feel like dealing with that?
Yeah.
And ladies, we're going to flip it. Your man getting ready to go work for his girl.
His ex.
And she's calling when you coming to work. And he's like, look, I'll be there. I'm going to be there. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I'm late. I just had to go. You know I'm going to be there. All right. I can't look at that. What was the laugh and chuckle? Because that's supposed to be a boss. Look, I've never laughed and chuckled on the phone with my boss. Now you are just a nutbag. Now you are insecure. I know that, look, this is a situation, fellas, that you try to be cool with, because guess what? Right now, you ain't insecure. But when it starts, them insecurities going to build up like Legos. You're going to have motherfuckers sitting, your insecurities is this high now. It's a great situation, though, because you do want your girl to get that extra 30 racks. Oh, my man, I want a man that doesn't care. I'm going to take that 30 racks and we're going to go on vacay. No, you're not, because when do y'all pay for vacays? 2, come on now.
First of all, she about to make 100 racks.
Think about, your girl could be making 200 racks. You're paying for that vacation, buddy. She gonna pay for the snacks. She gonna pay for, I got us some towels for the beach. Oh, great.
Now, this is what I will say about this. Damn, Terrance, you made me lose my point.
Talking about, I switched it up for the ladies. I had the ladies.
Because this whole situation is working for your boss. Oh, this is why, you can't be a nurse or a doctor for your family member. Like, if I become a doctor, I can't do your physical. Or
At the office. You just got to come to the crib.
I can give you advice from the side type shit, but I can't legally advise you because we family. Like,
I'm going to give you that.
I was like, yo, when we had crew, I was like, because my girl's best friend is a doctor, and I was like, if she was an OB, because she delivered a baby, and she was like, nah, they wouldn't let her because you have now, you have too much emotion, but you love this person. So you're not going to give your medical opinion first. The love you have is going to come first. It's going to influence.
Yeah.
To me, the working for your ex piece fit a little bit in that puzzle a little bit somewhere. I'm still waiting for the place to put it, but it's too much of a not common. It's too much of a not like neutral ground anymore. Yeah. To where now it's weird. Now if you get employed a month, or if you get a shout out or some shit, I don't trust this nigga. And that's the thing that women don't get. We don't trust any nigga. We don't trust any man. This is my friend from we met in third grade.
What's insecure is like if you say you was making 100,000, but your ex works there. I'm not tripping at that at all. It's just the fact that he's your boss. Like he's gonna be able to low key have a certain control over your life, and you don't really want that. You don't really want your current person's past to be. Because you know that shit's going to come back up. What if you speaking up in the meeting and he's like, you talking too much, and that's what you always did. You still haven't learned shit. Mind your bit. Whoa!
Oh yeah, that's too much.
I don't need that type of smoke. Cause what your girl come home and tell you, fellas?
If
Not
you
her
can,
day.
and if you can get that job making $100K there, you can get the job making $100K somewhere else that's not for this nigga. And I feel like it is very inconsiderate to not consider your man for that job. And I bet that's what the comments are all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's an extra $30K. He would have to just be fine with it.
Yeah.
See how y'all don't give a fuck about your man feelings for real?
It's funny because imagine this opportunity, fellas, is a Forex opportunity. She got to go and comment and say, oh my God, my life has changed ever since I met at so-and-so. He has given me the best advice. I love Forex. Come and trade. Y'all know y'all seen them girls. Y'all ever see that? It seems like they got a virus on their page, don't it?
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh
They
no.
use all emoji. They use
What
a bunch of
happened
emojis.
to you? They page go from pictures of them to just pictures of numbers and boards.
What a Prime America nigga hit me up on LinkedIn. Like, hey man, the pod is great. You're doing great. I don't give a fuck.
Sorry,
fuck y'all
Prime
niggas.
America and Forex folks. who
Pyramid,
got their
pyramid
money
scheme.
up.
Y'all are fucking people over to try and make more money. Bro, my girl loves this shit.
I'm about to say, yeah. And it is a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it is. But he was like, yo, I'm trying to, help you guys. How do you feel about making some more income? Or do you know anybody that could use extra income or that is looking to change their whatever? And I'm telling my girl, I'm like, yo, I should send this to my sister who at the time was interviewing for different jobs.
Yeah.
She was like, do you know what he's doing? He definitely was trying to sign me up for a pyramid scheme.
I'm about to say, you can tell when the motherfuckers trying to sign you up for a pyramid scheme when they ask you if you think that you're making, how about you never thought
Remember that girl was like, you got style.
I really came over here because you got style.
She didn't give
You
a
don't
fuck.
get your fucking.
She didn't give a fuck about your style. That was her
Did
opening
not give
close.
a fuck about my style. She came up to me too. I'm like,
Remember Best Buy used to tell us, go up to people and tell them you like, oh, those shoes are cool.
those shoes, those are some nice shoes. What you guys looking for? Okay,
You
motherfucker.
should do what they told us to do.
Yep. Create some, think about
Rapport,
it.
build rapport. Find a common ground.
You probably didn't see the video where the dude was like, imagine I come in, hey, nice to meet you. My name's John. He was like, that guy's an asshole. Fuck that guy. What the fuck is that? Watch this. Hi, how you doing? My name's John. Nice to meet you. Doing fantastic today. Yep, having a great day. Hope you're having a great day.
He's talking about this
Everybody in
strong-ass white dude?
Yeah, everybody in the comments was like, the first guy I prefer. The second guy's an asshole. You do not want that guy. So what you guys looking for today? Oh, okay.
Bro, I've been getting a bunch of those sales tips videos for some reason. First one, number one, I taught sales for 7 years. I was a beast at it.
And when
I was one of
tell
the
you
best.
He does it.
I was one of the best. One of the best. Most of the sales advice that these niggas be giving online is terrible.
It'd be terrible.
He was like, I'm not even going, I can't even go down there. That's just a long, windy road.
Soapbox. You got a course of act, though.
I was
no?
on, yeah.
Okay.
Based on a real experience.
Okay.
You answer the FaceTime, right? You just start talking to this girl. And I hate to be your girl.
Fuck it.
But
This what we do, nigga. This is what we do. I'm motherfucking wrong.
this is who you guys want to win, huh? A woman beater?
Woman beater. I guess he got that shit from his he was trying to hit him low.
He was trying
Woman
to-
beater? He got that from his dad, huh? You don't like that shit?
He was trying to hurt Floyd's feelings.
He was trying to bury
That was
Floyd.
right after Floyd's case. Anyway,
We're gonna beat that woman beater, huh? Woman beater, y'all like that? I guess he got that from his dad.
he said, fucking give me the mic.
Fuck it,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna get at both of these motherfuckers.
I'm like, I know what to say. Watch
Yeah.
out.
You know the trainer get up there and they say a couple things. Let's fight. All right, well, let's go. And then that's it. So he said that and was quick. All right, come on then. Come on.
All right.
He had the shirt that just
Nah,
yeah.
screams dad. He
Screams
the fedora,
dad,
the glass
with the feather. All right, go ahead.
You don't fuck with a nigga that always look like he came from a funeral. You never fuck with him
No, you don't.
because you never know what the hell they got going on. Hey, look, you just started talking to this girl. Y'all been talking for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Go ahead, Terrell.
You just met this shit. Y'all been talking for like 2 or 3 weeks. You call on FaceTime. She answered the FaceTime and she got on looked like a damn 2X sweater that says Florida State, right?
Yeah.
Florida State sweater. It just says Florida State. But it's a big ass sweater. And you say, yo, where you get that sweater from? And she say, I don't know. I've just found it in my closet. I'm only saying this because this is a real experience.
You got a Florida State sweater in your college. You went to Florida State? She went to Florida State?
She did not go to Florida State. She went to Howard.
Fellas. It's a thing when you get with a girl, she gonna be wearing some
Mind you,
old
you
shit.
ain't been talking to her but for 2 weeks.
You haven't talked to her for 2 weeks?
No, I said you ain't been talking to her but for 2 weeks.
That's why I said when you first start talking to a girl, she definitely gonna be sporting that nigga shit. But you know what? I ain't gonna make a big deal out of that. You know? You just gotta.
Have you ever been ultimately disrespected by a girl that came to your house in another nigga's basketball?
I'm about to say, I've
But remind this nigga of the trauma. You like that nigga. You ever seen a video of...
I've been petty in my life before. I'm the type to say, oh, you got that bracelet from who? This guy I used to talk to. Oh, this guy I used to talk to used to have this bracelet or whatever.
What, you was a nigga that snapped the bracelet in half, take one of
I
these,
ain't gonna break it
take
for
some
life.
scissors and snap it, all the beads go
I
everywhere.
wouldn't do it now, but I have been that nigga in my past to... I ain't gonna do nothing to the bracelet, but I'm gonna shit on that joint. Fuck that bracelet. I'm gonna have a problem with it.
Oh, you was a two-can-play nigga. You'll go get a bracelet that nobody gave you and say, oh yeah, I got this from... I also have a bracelet that I got from...
I was a tit for tat nigga. Because you know what? When you deal with somebody that's like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? You be like, damn, I guess it ain't a big deal. Look, I guess it ain't a big deal. What's that? What's that? Oh, okay. It's crazy how when you give people a taste of their own medicine, then they start understanding, you know what I'm saying, what the vibe is. Fella, as soon as you tell your girl the same shit she told you, ain't it crazy how you see your response come out of her? Anyway, all I'll say is, if I would have FaceTime my girl, she had this big ass shirt on, Terrell, you know me, bro. I don't even know why this is a course of act. Y'all know how I get down. Front door. Damn, that's a nice sweater. Let me see. That look like some shit I would wear.
That look like some shit I would wear.
A nigga shit that I got. You got that from me?
Nah, and let me see. I want to tell him. A lot of people be sending me course of actions that be their situation, and it's the most complex situation. Y'all, course of action has to be detailed, but y'all like simple. It can't be you was dating this girl, right? Then y'all broke up, but then she got with your friend. Then y'all got back together. So
Now-
what would you think? It's like, hold on, wait.
Let me just give you advice.
Let me just tell you what I would do.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Movie suggest. You go first, because I don't have one. Oh, yes, I do. Want me to go first?
Nah, what's my movie suggestion of the week that I said it was going to be? My movie suggestion of the week is going to be The Matrix. I recently rewatched The Matrix. And what's crazy, I hadn't seen The Matrix in so long that when I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Matrix is on HBO Max. When I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, I realized how much they really bit from The Matrix. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I totally forgot about Morpheus navigating Neo through that office the same way they did in Everything Everywhere All at Once. But also, watching The Matrix now with an advanced mind, especially in 2023, unreal experience. Unreal experience. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You can see how movies definitely... It's one of those movies that a lot of different movies pulled from. It's definitely a Pulp Fiction class movie. Like, all right, bet. This about to change the game.
Yep. And you can tell, and you know what? I think the entire trilogy, plus the fourth one, is on there too. I think the whole
joint is on
shebang is up there.
I'm on 2. So I'm headed for 2, but...
That's good. That's a fun watch. Or you get to the Oracle.
Yeah, and look, it's also some parts where you like, all right,
Fuck this.
this was shot in 08, or whenever it came out, 01.
Nah, Lawrence Fishburne definitely. That
L. Fishburne. Yeah, that's my guy, L. Fishburne.
Do you remember that thing with Samuel Jackson? They called him Lawrence Fishburne, and he was like, "All black people don't look the same." You remember he was on an interview?
Yeah.
Look, my movie suggestion of the week is Christopher Nolan's The Prestige, starring Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine. Christopher Nolan is a beast, and I think The Prestige falls low on y'all. I don't know if y'all been seeing the Nolan rankings that have been coming out. People been ranking his movies and stuff, and I want to ask you where you gonna put Oppenheimer. So think about that while I do this. But The Prestige is one that falls like low.
Yes.
People start putting that joint lower than I think it should be. It's one of his best movies. It's Christopher Nolan and magic. That's all I'm gonna say. Christian Bale is the lead. Hugh Jackman is supporting. Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine. It's a Nolan film. You got to go and find it. I don't even know where that joint is. I'm going to see if I can figure out if that joint is on Netflix or if it's on HBO. I'm not too sure, but it's Christopher Nolan. It's Magic. It is on Amazon Prime right now, and I think that's the only place you can watch it. You know how to get it. You can get it because it ain't new, and you won't get that email. But it's definitely one that you should see if you haven't seen all of Nolan's work, or if you're looking for a new Nolan film to watch that's good. Prestige.
100%.
Now, question for you.
Yeah.
Where does Oppenheimer rank in your Nolan films just right now? I know it's early. I know you've seen it once. Haven't seen it again. You're also,
I don't know where I would put Oppenheimer because I'm a big fan of an original screenplay. I like an original story. I think a filmmaker gets.
That's an original screenplay, ain't it?
I mean, well, you know what I mean. It's still based off true events, though. It's like Oppenheimer's a real person. It's like a real historic event. It's like I like when Nolan works out his own mind. Would I say Oppenheimer is higher on the list than Memento? No. Inception? No. Fucking
Interstellar?
No.
What about
It's not top 5.
what about the Dark Knight series?
Prestige I wouldn't even put the Prestige under Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was great, but Oppenheimer is gonna be Christopher Nolan's Jackie Brown. You know what I mean? Jackie Brown is the only text. Well, yeah, it's the only thing QT did that wasn't his work. That was Elmore Leonard. Rum Punch. It's a book by Elmore Leonard. That's what Jackie Brown came from. So it was dope to see him put his touch on Jackie Brown the same way it was dope to see Nolan put his touch on Oppenheimer, but
because it was based off a real thing, or
because
something that wasn't from his mind all the way.
His mind is so crazy. I wouldn't. That's like imagine your guy. What's my guy? Darren Aronofsky. Let's say he does a movie called like fucking Lincoln. Oh, it goes into the mind of Abraham Lincoln. You still gonna get an Aronofsky film, but you would never put it over his.
It ain't going over Requiem for a Dream. Now, question: what about Tenet? What about Dunkirk?
I don't want to do a ranking. I don't know. I haven't thought about it, and I don't want to put it on whatever. I don't want to do it. I don't know.
All right, bet.
Tenet, like that's too hard to do. That's like saying,
do you think it's better than those
Jay's albums? And hold up, I haven't thought about this.
Do you think Tenet is better than Oppenheimer?
1,000% no. No way. Oppenheimer arguably has some of the best acting performances in any Christopher Nolan film. I will say that.
Wow.
You could argue that what Murphy did in Oppenheimer is arguably the best acting performance of all the Nolan films.
Damn, for real.
We love Leo in Inception, but really,
you got Leo fucked up.
That's
my guy. That's my favorite movie of all time.
No, it's not a bad acting performance, but it wasn't. Nobody would say Inception was Leo's best performance. You wouldn't.
You wouldn't. He's done.
Because it was more of a great movie. That's why Nolan is who he is. That
Cillian Murphy just know how to give it up though. Pause.
You know he's been working with Nolan for so long. I think he was in Dark Knight.
He was on 100% in Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. He was 100% in and he had a huge role in Inception. He was the key to the whole shit they were trying to do.
He was the key to the shit in Inception because it was his dad.
Yeah.
And he was the guy that they picked up on a boat in Dunkirk.
And he was in Interstellar.
Yeah. So
let's go wrap it up for episode 162. Big shout out to all of the Leos out there getting ready to celebrate their birthdays. Let me just say this. The summer is getting ready to be over. So if y'all haven't been really getting outside or haven't got no water, try to. It's been a trash ass summer. I'm sorry.
No, it has.
It just hasn't really been the best summer. I don't know why. But yeah, y'all. Y'all stay safe out there.
100%. Wear your mask.
Hopefully we get that new Drizzy.
Oh my God, if we get that Drizzy.